Hey everyone, my name is Robin Graves and it's 2020. Yeah, I've always wanted to say something cool like that. This is the world according to Graves. Wow, it has been a year and 8 months since I started this. I have a full 25 subscribers, and if I do my math right, in about a century, I might actually may have enough subscribers to monetize this mess and might even get the little silver play button award from YouTube. Oh, golly. Get some things out of the way. Mike, Joker. One of the best freaking movies I've ever seen in my entire life. This is now in my top 10 favorite movies. The Dawn of the Dead remake fell out of the top 10 once I bought this. Got it Tuesday and everything. I want to do something here. Let me explain. A lot of interesting things have happened since I've been on here last. I'm going to show you what's going on. This is the Democrat Party right now. This is the Democrat Party. See, watch. It's going to happen fast. How fast? That fast. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is an illusion put out by the Democrat Party about how horrible Trump is by bombing Iran and bombing an Iranian general who has been killing Americans and other people from other countries for 20 years. What they don't tell you on the news a whole lot is he was in Iraq. He was, yes, in his car in Iraq, minding his own business. He was actually in the car with the leader of an insurgent group in Iraq who is working for was working for the Iranians. He was there planning action against somebody, innocent people. You know, the only people really that are throwing a screaming fit about the whole event are the squad. You know, AOC, Tlaib, Turban Lady, and whoever else is with them. It seems as Tlaib is throwing a screaming fit. Why is she throwing a screaming fit? She's from there, that area. She's from the Mideast. The Mideast elements we have in our government are throwing a fit. And the rest of them that are throwing a screaming fit have interests in the Mideast. Prove me wrong. I dare you. Prove me wrong. You know, they want to limit his Trump's war powers because of this. How they're throwing a fit because he didn't inform them. Lindsey Graham knew all about it. The CIA knew all about it. A lot of people knew everything about it, except for certain individuals who have a history of leaking things. Let me get a drink here, people. Hold on 1 second. Don't have my traditional Pepsi here, Diet Dr. Pepper. Oh well. Okay, guys. Now, they're throwing a fit because he did this without informing them, without congressional approval. He had congressional approval. Members of Congress knew about this. They said, go for it. Now, they never said a word when Obama did it 2,800 times. Never said a word about it. Bypassed Congress altogether. In fact, he actually ruled by executive fiat only. Congress never, no Democrats threw a fit. Nobody. They were all for it. The reason they're throwing a fit about Trump doing this is because it's Trump. They don't like him. They're going to find every way they can to pick him apart. They're going to pick apart everything. He says, this man could walk on water. And the Democrats will say he's anti-fish and throw a fit because he's not doing something sustainable. He could cure cancer. They could say, well, he's against a natural thing. You know, I've received death threats here recently from people on a Facebook page who are so anti-Trump, they want me dead because I say what's on my mind and I do these videos. In fact, I'm not allowed to mention their names. That's police orders right now because they are being investigated. In fact, one of them has already been arrested. Charges are being pressed for terroristic threats and cyber threats, all this shit. I'm not at liberty to say their names at the moment. Believe me, as soon as I get the go ahead, I am mentioning names. Okay. Um, but they are so adamant about hating Trump and hating their Trump supporters. We're getting death threats. We're being assaulted. We're being called Nazi and racist because we don't do what they want us to do and think the way they want us to think. This is the party of tolerance. Yeah, whatever. So I want to take today to talk about what Democrats have done. Again, I've got a nice list here, and this is just the beginning. This isn't everything. This is just a little small list of what Democrats have done that the Democrat Party never said a word about. They don't want you to know because it shows how they're hypocrites. Hold on, here we go. I got them on this computer over here, and I'm about to add a third because I acquired a third laptop that's really good, so I can spread news around and have everything listed. Not have to look much of anything up, and no more paper notes, which makes my life questionable if it's easier or not. But anyway, Ted Kennedy left a woman to die in a car. Bill Clinton had weird sex in the Oval Office with a barely legal intern. And she wasn't that pretty either. Obama ran guns to Mexican drug lords and gave billions to terrorist states. Yes, he gave 1 point. What I forgot the exact amount. Holy God! Do you remember when that pallet of money was sent to Iran? Back to the Obama administration, done in the middle of the night. Nobody knew what was going on. It leaked that he did, and he did this whole thing. Well, it was their money to begin with. It was seized from them. Yes, it was. It's no longer theirs. That's the law. That money itself was seized, being laundered through the American banking system. That in itself is a major, major criminal offense. That's even an act of war, depending on the situation, which, yeah. Anyway, let me explain why that money should not have gone back. There is a law in this country. In fact, I believe year before last, I did a video on asset forfeiture. If you're caught in a crime, committing a crime in the United States, in your home, in your car, whatever, it doesn't matter, your money, your property, your bank accounts, real estate, everything can and will be seized because it is connected to the crime you're committing. It is no longer yours. The same thing happened with this money. It belonged to the United States. It was used in the American banking system. Let me get this straight. I'm getting a better camera soon, people. Trust me. We're slowly building here. This money was used in the United States in the commission of a felony. The reason nobody was arrested for this is because they were in another country. But the money was seized. It was asset forfeiture. He turns around, goes, gives it right back to them. The rockets that were fired at American personnel on American bases from one country to another in Iraq were paid for by American money given to him by Barack Obama. Yes, he helped support a terrorist country. Let's keep going here. Biden makes creepy and sexist comments and publicly fondles women. Hillary Clinton endangered Americans, released classified intel, wiped her illegal server and destroyed mobile devices, left four American heroes to die and lied about it being caused by some stupid BS video supposedly on YouTube. I looked for this video, none was ever found. Sold nuclear material to her enemies, which went to Iran. Yes, she sold it to Russia. Russia sold it to Iran. Iran was enriching nuclear material. They're looking to make a nuclear weapon. That scares me, people. A rogue country like that with nuclear capabilities. Think about that. And took money from terrorist-producing countries. Yes, she did. John Edwards was indicted on using campaign funds to hide his mistress. Rod Blagojevich, yes, whatever his name is in prison for trying to sell Obama's Senate seat. Anthony Weiner, need I say anything else about him? We all know about Wiener Boy there. And the Democrat Party wants to lecture us about what's and who is beneath a political office. Hillary Clinton, I mean, not Hillary, Nancy Pelosi keeps saying that Donald Trump is not above the law. Well, neither is she or her friend Schumer. Okay, she's got the articles of impeachment right now. She refuses to hand them over. She knows if once she does, the jig is up. Right now, we've got Mitch McConnell telling her, "We're ready anytime. We have everything set up. Please, we want this done." And I'm hearing liberals out there, the left out there, telling me, "Well, he doesn't want to go to trial." Yes, he does. He said so. He said right there on TV, "Let's go to trial. I want a trial." They want the same kind of trial as Bill Clinton had. Same style, same everything. It's good enough for Clinton, it's good enough for him. But unfortunately, the left doesn't want it to go to trial. They want him automatically gone from day one. From day one, you had Tlaib running her mouth off, "We're going to impeach this motherfucker." You had Nadler saying, "We've got to get this son of a bitch out of the White House." We've got all of them out there talking about, "We're going to impeach 45. We don't like him." Well, I don't like a lot of you people, but you're still in office. You don't see me talking about impeaching all you assholes. So, guys, I think it's really funny, the hypocrisy. It's, we'll do it, but don't you dare do it. He's doing such and such. Well, don't look at us. Look at him. I've had some liberal asshole tell me that whataboutism is a repug disease. No, you just don't want yourself being looked at while you're looking and pointing fingers at other people. The whole Iranian thing. I'm hearing all this stuff how they're wanting to limit his war powers, but they didn't want to limit Obama's. They didn't want to limit Clinton's. It's the whole deal is they hate Trump so bad, they're siding with terrorists who kill our people because they don't like Trump, who is against the terrorists. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, people. I've been running into a lot who are saying that Trump has a Soviet-style government. Please explain yourself. Do you know anything about the Soviet Union? Did you know anything about the Soviets? I grew up during the 80s. We were scared to death of the Soviet government here in America. We had none of you people who are watching this, younger people, have ever been through a bomb drill. You've never sat there and worried one night that you may not wake up the next morning because somebody may push the big red button. You think you got it bad because of gang activity. No, gang activity will just mess up your neighborhood. Nuclear war will destroy you, your neighborhood, your city, everybody you know, erase you from history, and you think you got it bad. Right now, all of you out there that are saying that Trump wants a Soviet-style government or has a Soviet-style government don't know what the shit you're talking about. Okay? This country is capitalist. Our government is capitalist. Trump's a capitalist. The Soviet government was communist. Do you understand what communism is? Let me explain. Make it short here. I don't have a lot of time today. The Soviet government was communist. Communism is what socialism turns into. Okay, you can vote yourself into socialism. You have to shoot your way out of it. And the moment you're dissatisfied with the socialist government, it becomes communist. Communism is when the socialist government goes militant on its subjects, which it will do. It has every time. I don't want to hear any of this bullshit about how, the socialism hasn't been done this way before. Yes, it has. Oh, yes, it has. Believe me, I've studied up on Bernie's little ideas. I've looked at what the Democrats are wanting. It's the same thing as what has destroyed Cuba, what destroyed a lot of countries that were communist. Let me ask you guys a question out there that want a socialist, want America to go socialist. How many people fled from capitalist countries to socialist countries compared to people who fled from socialist countries to capitalist countries? Look that up. Look up some real numbers. Okay. Now you may want live in a socialist country, then go to one. Move out. Move to one. But you say, well, this is my home. Well, if you're not happy with your home, it's not your home anymore. Get the fuck out. Jesus, go find someplace you are happy. You don't like the situation someplace you're in? Go find someplace else that has a situation you like. Jesus Christ. Quit feeding into the bullshit given to you by the media and by a bunch of leftist assholes who are trying to indoctrinate your kids in schools and colleges. It's. I wish people had a clue. I really do. The whole thing about Iran, nobody had a clue about that. As soon as this happened, everybody became political advisors and professional analysts and all this when they came into it. Started their living room smells the worst. Excuse me. It really, I found it quite entertaining how many of you out there thought you knew everything that was going on and were experts in bullshit that you know nothing about. You've never thought of it before. You just, a lot of you just regurgitated the same bullshit that you saw some idiot on CNN or MSNBC say. And don't tell me that Fox News is this, that, and the other. I don't watch Fox News either. Okay? I like to think for myself, and I wish every one of you out there would think for yourselves for once. Quit following the herd. Step away from the emotional bullshit that the media wants you to experience. The Democrat leaders, they want to play this whole thing about, how horrible the world is because of somebody when they've had all this time to fix it and they never did. Quit feeding into the emotional frenzy that's being thrown at you by the mainstream media and politicians. Believe me, politicians don't give a shit about any one of us until it comes to elections. So, look, guys, I want to let you go. I've got a busy day today. I've got a lot I got to do. And I wanted to get this out today and let you guys know that I haven't forgotten anybody. I want to thank some people out there, too. I want to thank Andrea Summers, very good friend of mine from the UK. People who know me know that I used to call the UK home for a while. I lived over there for quite a while. It's not the same anymore. In fact, I lived in Glasgow, Scotland. That's where I lived. A lot of people out there, it was an amazing place at the time. It's not the same anymore from what I understand. But Andrea, thank you for sticking with me. This thank you should have went out to you a long time ago. Christina Andrews, I got your name right. Thank you for sticking around. All of you, Alan Rothberg, great to have you on board. I want to thank the Douglasville Sheriff's Department, the Powder Springs Police Department, the APD for some information that I've gotten for a future video coming out. I want to thank the AJC, Atlanta Journal-Constitution. You guys have been invaluable with your help. I need to thank my attorney. He's been really helpful. And Gonzar, Lord of the Darkness. Thank you, my producer. Thank you for pushing me, keeping me going. There's a lot of things out there to a lot of other people. Toby Allred, hey man, major luck. Love you to death, brother. You're a great guy. A lot of you out there who've been watching this, watching me over the past 20 months. Thank you. Remember, all of you, talk hard and talk often. You guys take care of yourselves. I'm Robin Graves. This has been The World According to Graves. It's 2020. New decade. Let's have some fun, folks. Love y'all. Talk to you later. Peace.